girlies in their late 20s, early 30s. Where are we finding men?
Unfortunately, they are working overtime instead of going out and dating because they feel they will never be attractive enough or wealthy enough for a girl ever again. They would rather check their weather app than chat with another person on Hinge. If they're not at work, they're usually at home, the gym, playing video games with friends, or fighting for democracy. You're welcome.
If you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you when
You're not ready to. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Ladies of America, stop asking. You price yourselves out of the market or we're beginning to date all of your South American replacements.
A normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier.
The divide between men is becoming larger and larger. A while ago, supposedly it was 80% of men get very little to no attention from women. And I think that number is just increasing, where now I believe it's around 90% in my opinion. Now women are really having only two choices. It's either you pick the man that really no other woman wants, or you decide to be one of 10 girls in some high value guy's harem. You pick.
Just a regular guy who is tall, athletic, handsome, and rich. The problem is that she thinks a normal regular guy is 6'4", with a six-pack, never been married, no children, and has a six-figure annual salary, all of which he is happy to use to pay her bills. That's what she thinks a normal regular guy is.
So my ex-boyfriend came around yesterday and we rekindled some old memories. Problem is, my current boyfriend, the love of my life, is due home today. He's been away at a family funeral. And I have some explaining to do. And I generally feel really bad because I know he's having a really rough time at the minute, but it's not been easy on me either. And I don't know how to explain this, and I don't want to upset him. I don't want to break his heart. I don't want him to break up with me. But I need him to realise that everyone makes mistakes and it probably will never happen again. I think I just want to save the hurt and just tell him a little white lie, like, I don't know right now. I feel really awful. A woman's got needs too, like men do it all the time. It's such a bad time for it to happen.
She's not torn up about telling him out of guilt. She's debating it because she's walking around covered in bite marks like she just left a vampire fan meetup. Let's be honest. If she hadn't gotten caught, she'd be laughing about it in the group chat, not having some moral crisis. And we're really giving this a spotlight? Please. This isn't empowerment. It's just chaos. Bring back a little public accountability.
All right, ladies, while men are shying away from commitment, let's get into it. And please, don't be offended. Number one, social media. Social media makes you think you have a surplus available options. And I say makes you think you have because the appearance of may not be the reality. Hookup culture. Men don't have to commit to you to get the benefits of that connection. So because of that, why get into a relationship? And unfortunately, because men think that there are lower quality women on the market today, due to perspectives, higher body counts, maybe even personality traits, men think that women today are of lower quality and therefore do not want to commit, or are more apprehensive to commit, should I say.
Women don't know the meaning of commitment anymore.
When you find a good woman, she's the prize.
I think a good man is the prize.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, like, I don't think it's the women, because it's like,
Like in this day and age, like, let's be honest, you know, we can all live in like Princess Disney World, La La Land, where it's like, oh, you know, I'm a princess and I'm going to have my little Prince Charming come and swoop me up and I deserve to be treated like a princess. No, the reality is like we're living in a world of Instagram. We're living in a world of OnlyFans. I don't have Instagram. I don't have OnlyFans, but I sure as hell know that, like, you know, any guy that like I would be dating or have dated in the past, or like, you know, any guy out there who's on these sites is going to be inundated with a million girls a day online, like just showing their tits and ass for free. So like, there's kind of like this incentive, well, a lack of incentive, I guess. Like, why would a guy like put effort into courting a woman these days when there's so many whores online that are willing to just give everything to everyone? And so they've ruined it.
But when he treats you like a queen, you don't appreciate it. You take it for granted and try to break him in half.
Do you want to know your hint to go up to a girl? Eye contact. If they're just looking at you, they want you to come up to them.
I'm
just
taking
like,
mental notes.
And this is my hint. I literally kept going like this. And we made eye contact, I swear to you, like maybe 8-9 times. So that was my hint, like come up to me, like I'm obviously think you're cute or something, right? Did not come up to me, and I was
so
like,
basically
all right,
read her mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I get back home, I wake up the next day, I get a DM. Hey, saw you at the Steve Madden event. You're really cute. I open it. It was the pink shirt guy. I was like, why didn't you come up to me? Like at the actual thing.
Guys are scared nowadays.
Guys are so scared.
A lady gave me that eye contact on several occasions as she lives on my road. I approached her and offered my number. She rejected me immediately and had a look of disgust. I've not approached any women since.
You're comparing yourself to other women, which is why I'm the only girl here at this table who gave myself a 10, because the only person I'm comparing myself to is myself.
Well, then how can you give yourself a 10?
Because I'm hotter than I've ever been in my whole entire life.
How do you know what hot is without comparing to other people? How do you know what that is?
Comparing it to my past self.
Yeah, but how do you know if your past self was hot?
Based on the
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Based on the what?
Well, I'm trying to think of the word where if you go to other places, that's what they
consider
so
pretty. If other people make the determination, so you're comparing yourself to what other people think again?
I'm comparing it to the beauty standard that men set.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So then the thing that you think makes you hot is the opinion of other people, which you literally just got done saying. You base your beauty standard on what you think and not the opinion of other people. Is that a contradiction in real time, by the way?
If you were stranded on a remote desert island and she was your only woman, you might do better just talking to Wilson.
How many guys have you got with in one night before?
Like 10. 10? Like 10.
You got with 10 guys in one night?
Well, it was before we dated, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter to me. Like,
it doesn't matter.
No, I'm being serious. Like, when did you go with 10 guys in one night?
It was before we were dating, so it doesn't matter.
No, like...
It doesn't matter.
No, it matters to me that you got with 10 guys in one night. How long you guys been dating for?
It was before we dated.
It doesn't matter when it was.
Why are you angry? It's fine.
No, it's not fine. Who is she? I don't even know her anymore. 10 girls in one night? It doesn't matter when it was. You're just for the streets. She's for the streets. She's for the streets.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The guy who asked the question honestly just saved this man's entire life. She didn't have to out herself, but she couldn't resist showing off. That wasn't a slip-up, that was a full-on red flag parade, and he narrowly sidestepped the drumline.
But my wife, after 5 years of marriage, has decided, unbeknownst to me, to become officially a nun.
What?
She has become a nun. This, my friends, is what a modern-day nun looks like.
This is what a nun... Michael, how am I a
Look
nun?
at her.
What?
Look at this modern-day nun.
How am I a nun?
How are you a nun?
Is it because of my pants?
No. None today. None tonight. None last week. None tomorrow, I guarantee that. None in the morning. Those were fun times. None next month.
The reality is that this is an issue that men face all too often. Many men have gone from absolutely satisfying premarital relationships to all of a sudden the disappearance of intimacy following marriage. When this happens, men feel like you just did a switcheroo as soon as you got what you wanted and he couldn't take it back as easily. But what's interesting is that women never see it this way. They always blame the man for why they don't really want intimacy anymore, and the truth is that it's more complicated than that. It can absolutely be at play, but when this issue comes about, he wants to have a discussion about it. Because men want to fix the issue, he wants to hear what he could do better in order to resolve this. But the problem is, and what's so frustrating for men, is that he could do all of that and then it still doesn't change. That is when he's going to see it as a you problem, and women get so triggered by that. They typically fall deeper into the hole of not wanting it, which is the opposite of what that man wants to create. But what else is he going to do? Well, I'll tell you, he's also going to play it up like this, like it's just something that happens in all marriages, and he's going to joke about it and pretend like it doesn't absolutely devastate him. But then she's not going to like hearing that, and then it's going to create just a really unhealthy dynamic. The bottom line is that that man just wants to fix the problem, and he wants to work with you to do that. He wants to be a partner. He doesn't want to tell you to do something that you don't want to do. Trust me, he doesn't want that either.
More men need to call out sexless marriages like this.
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's the third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they are like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story anymore. I ain't touching nobody. And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy and relationships.
Here's my story. The other day I met this girl, we got to talking, then she invites me over to her house, and we go in her bedroom. Then as we're sitting on her bed, I politely asked her to come a little closer. She said no, so I stopped. It got awkward, and so I left. Funny thing is, the following day, she tells my friend that she was mad at me for not trying to make a move, but the thing is, I was merely under the impression that she wanted her space. She ruined that night, not me. She only has herself to blame. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.